Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. General Lyles, what criteria should Congress use to assess of the adequacy of an exploration roadmap such that it can garner sustained support and funding from successive Congresses and administrations? And how can Congress ensure that the roadmap is adaptable to evolving technologies, tied to scientific discoveries, and can be a source of inspiration to future generations?
Congresswoman, I think Congress is owed, in some respect, a better definition of what NASA's technology roadmap is today. I would mention again the technology roadmap that was provided by the National Research Council, the National Academy, to NASA in 2012. And I think if we look at that very closely, it gives you sort of a measure of is NASA really focusing on the kind of technologies that the academic community has mentioned are the right things to do if you're going to advance space exploration. That gives you sort of a barometer, if you will, a measuring stick to see if they are doing the right kind of things, or even if the resources are adequate to do that. I would also commend, Congresswoman, the study that I led on rationale and goals for our civil space program. We specifically titled the report that we gave back, Aligning the Civil Space Program to National Needs, whether those national needs, those greater national needs, are energy, climate, health, environment. I think there's an opportunity to ensure that our civil space program, even going to Mars as a flyby, has adjoints to it that relate to the other greater national needs that are of such importance to the citizens of the United States. And knowing and understanding what that linkage gives another barometer that the Congress can look at to see if these programs are indeed not just giving us an opportunity to go to Mars, are they also addressing things that are critically important to the United States.
Thank you very much. What is your assessment of the progress being made for the SLS and Orion, Mr. Cooke?
I believe that great progress is being made. As I understand it from reports, SLS is ahead of schedule. They will have their critical design review this year. There are parts, Pathfinder parts for the tanks being made at Michoud, and as well as flight hardware. I think that there's a pathway forward this year to get to qualification motor firings for the boosters. They've had successful tests of the test motors, very successful, that were predicted and resulted in, they had results right on the money. The Orion vehicle is being worked down at the Cape right now, down at Kennedy Space Center, getting ready for a test flight and I believe it's planned in September at this point. Ground facilities are being modified and gotten ready at Kennedy Space Center as well. So the programs are on, I believe, are making very good progress.
Thank you. Dr. Pace, would you like to comment on it?
Thank you. I guess I don't have anything to add to what Doug Cooke has said about the SLS program. I have the same impression that he has in terms of the progress being made in terms of people focused on hardware. As we sometimes said in NASA, head down, coloring hard. People are working away at it. What I would like to add is to echo a comment from Dr. Magnus on the need for a larger context for all of these things. I think that's absolutely true for asteroid retrieval missions. It's true for a lunar base. It's true for a Mars flyby mission. And I think that the larger context that we're often missing is some of our national security and our foreign policy interests in civil space cooperation. Civil space cooperation is not something done just for fun or even just only for inspiration, as important as that is. It's also a way of drawing other countries to us and having them work and cooperate and participate with us. We as a country are more dependent upon a peaceful, quiet, and stable space environment than any other nation in the world. There are many, many new players coming into the world who are active in space, and many of them don't have the kinds of experiences that we have. So how do we bring them into the community of spacefaring nations to act in responsible ways? Getting them involved in cooperation, getting them involved in caring about having a peaceful and stable space environment is something that I think is deeply in our national security and foreign policy interests. So to the extent that we can create cooperative opportunities on the Moon, Mars, asteroids, that provide opportunities for other countries to work with us, we will be protecting our own national security. And that is a long-term geopolitical interest that this country will have. President Kennedy met a short-term geopolitical interest with his lunar decision. We have, I think, an opportunity to serve our long-term national security and geopolitical interests with a program of space exploration.
Thank you very much. My time's expired.